A feature a lot of you have requested is some kind of an AI agent within Ravn, and this is something that I've actually been working on for a while now, but it has actually been difficult to find like the proper way to implement this. So what I actually did initially was to create a normal chat interface within Ravn that you can then chat with the agent, and then the agent can, modify the strategies directly within Ravn. And I quickly realized that this doesn't make any sense, because then it runs through the API, and I quickly saw that the chats would be extremely expensive, sometimes with like 20 cents, 50 cents per chat, because the token cost is so enormous nowadays. So what I finally ended up doing was to actually create the Ravn CLI. It's an agent skill that can be installed just like any other skill with your preferred agent. So this could be Claude, Codex, or any other AI or LLM. Okay, so, and this is what I'm going to be talking about today and show you exactly how that works. So I have this open source project here. So this is the Ravn CLI. It's a skill for AI agents that can be installed, and I'm going to make sure to leave a link down in the description below where you can install it. And of course, you also need a Ravn account. You can sign up on Ravn following the link down in the description below. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how this actually works and how you can use it. All right, so first you can start by opening up a terminal. I'm going to use Claude. You can also use Codex. And down here in the description here, you can find a one-liner, and you can just copy this and then install it. So I'm actually going to go out from this here again and just install it like this. And since I already have this installed, I actually don't need to do more, but you're basically going to be presented with this. And after, you can again go into Claude, and you can start by asking it, do you have Ravn? And that's just to confirm that it's actually installed. So as you can see here, yes, the Ravn skill is available. It drives the Ravn prediction market trading platform, strategies, bots, session, backtest, simulation, and recording via the REST API. So, and then you can ask Claude to authenticate you. So I'll say, please log in. Now I'm going to specify the development URL, but you don't really need to do that. It's going to understand that it's actually Ravn. But for my example here, I'm going to use the dev. So it's going to load the skill to log in. And it's going to open this new page, and you can just confirm and click approve. And then you can go back, and you can compare the confirmation code here as well. It's just an extra security measure. Now it's going to take a while, and now, yep, now we are logged in. And I'm going to show you how that actually looks like. So if you go to Ravn, you can go to your settings, and you can scroll down here. You can see I've been testing this for a while now. That's why I have so many API keys. But basically, it's going to create an API key and revoke a past API key if you log in again. So every time you log in, it's going to create a new API key and revoke the old one. So that's how it works. Okay, so you can see here, we have one active from today. And it already tells me that, yeah, I'm logged in. And then what we can do is, let's say, how many strategies do we have? So it has access to basically most of the stuff that you also have access to. So it can see your strategies, it can see your bots. It also have access to the strategy canvas, so it can actually create strategies. So here it says you have 22 strategies. And how many bots do I have? So here it's going to tell me I have 49 bots in total. 5 is running, 1 with an error, and then 43 is stopped. And then now I have a live one running. So let me ask it, can you check the performance of the bot running live? Okay, so it has been running for 12 minutes and there's no activity yet, it says. All right, let's double check that that's actually true. So if I go back to my dashboard, I think it should be down here. Yeah, I have one here. And then we can also ask it to actually look into the data. So basically, it has access to the market ticks and it has access to the log. So you can see here that sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to actually understand what's going on. So for example, we have this big log, basically the event log. It's here to allow you to debug your strategies and figure out what exactly is going on. But we can actually give this to the AI. So I can ask it to open up the event terminal and basically bug fix the bots. So I can see try open the session for the kill and kill bot in simulated mode. See if that understands it. Yeah, so here it actually says it's running and we have 4 trades, and that's actually conforms with what I see here. So I have 4 open and active orders right here, which is exactly the same as it says. So another thing you can also do is just have it help you out figuring out, well, what's going on here. So now here, for example, I have a strategy where I have several different buys here and then 1 sell. Maybe I want to understand, well, what exactly happened here, and you can actually ask the bot about that. I'm gonna give it the market here. So this is the market that it was trading. So here I'm just gonna ask it, please check the strategy Bitcoin 50-minute crossover and it's running bot market, and then I'm gonna give it the market slug and tell me what happened. I see several fills and a single sell, and we'll see what it figures out. Of course, behind the scene, it's gonna call the different endpoints that it has available. It has some context also that is provided to it through the skill. And the thing is, of course, if you have a certain way of working, you can always improve. You can basically take the skill and improve it yourself. You can change the prompt. You can modify it to make it perform better. Okay, so this is, again, it's a very experimental version of the Ravn CLI. So okay, so seems like we have some information now. So it took a few minutes before it actually found the data. So let's see what it says. Here's what happened on markets. The Bitcoin up and down, 1 buy order, and then 9 partial fills, and then 1 sell. So it says we got 1 buy order, and then it had 9 partial fills. So this is one of the new changes that I've done, is to actually simulate partial fills more accurately than before. And here it gives us exactly the table. We buy all of these sizes here, and the many fills are 1 buy order executing as 9 partial fills over about 20 seconds. And then 87 seconds later, the strategy flipped, exited, and it closed the entire position. Claude is already suggesting if it should look at the equity curve or look at recent events to see if there's any parameters worth fixing. So maybe what we can try is, hey, why don't you try to analyze this and figure out what parameters can we tweak. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask it that, and again, very much experimental, and there's absolutely no guarantee that Claude or any other AI agent would be able to actually create profitable strategies. But I see this CLI as another tool that you can use to utilize AI in your workflow. And here a little bit later, I'm going to show you exactly how that can actually work. All right, so Claude already have some suggestions. Let's see what it says. So pull strategy definition and 1,000 trade history. Here's what adjusted. Here's what adjustable and where the leaks are. So current parameters, signals. Yeah, so what the trade record says. Yeah, so basically it just says that there's more bias than sells, and it's heavily biased to entering. Many positions never get a death cross exit and just ride to settlement. Knobs worth tweaking, high impact first, turn on stop loss. Okay, so, and turn on take profit, cap max triggers on bind golden cross. Okay, slow the EMAs, and add entry price and a symmetric downleg, tied entry pricing. So there's a lot of different suggestions here. And yeah, so let's just have it do that. Yes, please draft a V3, create it as a new strategy. Okay, so just for the sake of this example, I'm gonna have it created as a new strategy. So it has access to creating strategies, and it also have access to deploying bots. Of course, you can control whether it should be able to live trade or not. So of course, live trading is currently not possible in Ravn, but it will come in the future, hopefully very soon. And then when that happens, you are actually able to enable live trading for your AI agent. And of course, it comes with risk, but it's all fun and good. So you can see here that initially it created a strategy, but now it actually changes it because it did not validate correctly. And here it says it's valid now. So and here we're gonna see the difference versus the version 2. So it changed the EMA fast and slow periods, and it increased, actually added stop loss, a take profit, and increased the max triggers just 1, and everything else is unchanged. All right, let's see what it did. So if I go back here to Ravn and see if we can find the strategy that it created. So this was the original strategy, the Bitcoin 15-minute crossover, and this is the optimized one, the version 3. Let's go in and see if how it looks like. Pretty simple strategy, and we can see that, yeah, we have the stop loss and we have the take profit. And yeah, it changed EMA and on the slow and the fast EMA. So that's cool. And let's click validate, see if it, yes, so that is valid. So what we can do now is, I don't even need to click deploy anymore because the AI can also do that. So let's have it do that. Now deploy the strategy. Yep, so the cool thing here is that it already suggests to some extra stuff here, right? So let it accumulate trades, and we can compare again V2 session, and ping me in a while, and we'll pull the bots and get the new session state to compare. So that's pretty cool. And as you can see, it's already running. So it's been running now for 40 seconds. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. And this, of course, is still very much experimental, and it allows you to create strategies and bots with an AI agent. Yeah, so as you probably guessed already, I am building Ravn. So Ravn is a no-code strategy builder for prediction markets. And if you want to participate in the beta and in the early access, you can go to ravn.gg. Right now, signups is open. If it's not open, you can click on join the waitlist, and then you're going to be notified when it opens. Okay, so I'm opening and closing the signups depending on, you know, how many users we have, because right now we are still in a closed beta. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure to leave a link down in the description below. And we also have a free to join Discord community. This is for people that are interested in prediction markets, trading bots, and everything in between. It's again free to join, and we have many different channels, like for bot development, strategy and data, predictions. We also have an area for Ravn. So if you are part of the Ravn beta testing or early access, you can get support, you can make your suggestions, you can see the roadmap, and so on and so forth. So again, I'm going to make sure to leave a link down in the description below. So with that said, see you at the next video. Bye bye.